There are just so many aspects as to the reason why Delta Sigma Theta was founded to begin with was because of the need of the social action during the movement, and most people do not know that Delta Sigma Theta was the only black sorority that was a part of the Women's March for the voting rights. So with that cause and the need for women's rights and liberties to be acknowledged, that was like one of our starting points of helping us to become politically active, but also seeing that there's a social need for women to have a voice and actually stand up for those things that are injustices, but also making sure that we're building the communities and uplifting the communities as well.
What made you want to become a Delta, and what have they done to benefit the surrounding communities?
For me, what made me want to become a Delta? Well, my big sister is one, so of course I wanted to be one like my big sister. But also, when I first got to my HBCU, which is Tennessee State University, they were the first organization that actually reached out and came to our dorm, that actually invited us to social events. And then when I mean by social events, it wasn't just parties, but it was like they had a voting party to help everybody get registered to vote if you were new to campus, because that year was particularly a voting year. They had events where you would come give back and donations to the community, that they would help one of the schools that was in our neighborhood around the school, around the university that is. And they were just socially active, and they actually reached out. They actually helped underclassmen become more acclimated to the process of being away from home, but also understanding your purpose of being there at school. So with that being said, when people actually help you through a process, you generally tend to gravitate toward those that have shown you there's a way to be a better version of yourself.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first wanted to be a Delta, I was very young. I wanted to be a Delta because I wanted to step, because I dance. I was like, well, I could do that. But then when I got into it, it's like, nah, it's much more than stepping. In order to step, you have to service your community. And without serving your community, paying your dues, ain't no stepping. So that's like the pretty part of it. But getting down and dirty, you gotta work. So that's how we kind of help.
Is Kappa Alpha Psi's mission?
Well, we're led. We have objectives, principles, standards, but as far as just the overall one that I'm willing to share, our core mission is achievement in every field of human endeavor, and so that's what we pride ourselves on, is achievement in every field, trying to unite college men of culture, patriotism, and honor in a bond fraternity.
Made you want to become a Kappa Alpha Psi, and what have they done to benefit the surrounding community?
Gotcha. So the reason why I chose Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated was, once again, is my father was a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, and I saw his dedication, his work, his principles as being a godly man, just kind of how the brothers helped each other. I remember one time we were traveling on the road, and we had a burnout, a flat tire or something like that happened. And I just remember my dad called and said, hey man, we are in this state right here, I need some help. And within 30 minutes, multiple brothers showed up. And they helped us. They was, hey man, they took us out to eat. And even to this day, my dad communicates. And so it was just a brotherhood. And so I wanted that brotherhood myself.
Okay. What advice would you give to the next young gentleman that is wanting to become a Kappa Alpha Psi?
For any young members, or any potential members, that's what we call it, potential members, I always tell them, it's got to be in you, not on you. The letters Kappa Alpha Psi, a lot of times you'll see it on the t-shirt, you'll see Noop, you'll see the term Phi Nu Pi, and so I tell people, it's not about a t-shirt. A lot of times the outside world sees the t-shirt, they see step shows, they see the clothes, or they may see a guy driving down the street and he has a fancy car with that on it. That's not about that. It's about, firstly having godly principles, about, being a community helper. It's about serving in your church. It's about being a great father. There's so many different aspects, but, if you're looking to join, based off of just having a t-shirt or just wanting to, as Kappas, they say, we the pretty boys, oh yeah, you want to get some girls or something like that. If that's what you're trying to join for, you signing up for the wrong thing, because we truly want to be instrumental in our church, in our community, and we want to be servants for the community.